Look, drop the moral high ground. You think you loathe those cold-blooded, arrogant, bottom-line crushing billionaires? Wrong. Your brain is actually secretly salivating over their sociopathic streak. In an era where wealth is vanishing into thin air and the middle-class scream is muffled by inflation while the World Bank wails, the apex predators are buying their third super yacht using the fuel of your despair. The kicker? You're not planning a revolt. You're busy defending them on X. The official narrative? They're the visionaries. The 4 a.m. club, cold shower crusaders with untouchable grit. It's called meritocracy. Society tells us wealth is a badge of virtue and poverty is a penalty for laziness. But that's just a bedtime story, a sedative for the people being harvested. Ready for the real story? The kind of brutal truth that makes your stomach churn at 3 a.m. but forces you to nod in agreement? Psychological studies show that the rate of sociopathy among top CEOs is 4 times higher than the general population. That's not a bug, it's a feature. We're drawn to these villains because of a glitch in our evolutionary software. We mistake ruthlessness for decisiveness and narcissism for confidence. When Jeff Bezos cuts bathroom breaks or Elon Musk tanks his own stock for a laugh, your inner primal hunter screams, "Look at that unbound alpha, follow him and I might get a scrap of the kill." But the most gut-wrenching part isn't their malice. It's that their evil represents the exact kind of lawless freedom you secretly crave. The result is a societal-wide Stockholm syndrome. We let them write the rules, dodge the taxes, and rebrand exploitation as hustle culture. When a billionaire stands on stage claiming it was never about the money, and you making 30 grand a year think he's profound, that's the collapse. When morality is no longer the barrier to entry, the social contract becomes a punchline. Your hard work is just dust compared to the levers they pull. Imagine the peak of the disaster. It's not a bomb, it's something quieter. It's that moment when all logic fails, and the world is footing the bill for a genius gamble while he sits in a $200 million jet, sipping wine you couldn't afford in 3 lifetimes. He isn't feeling guilty. He's laughing. He's laughing at your rules, your fairness, and the fact that you thought he was one of you. Hey, don't just watch this like a movie. This villain worship isn't history, it's a parasite crawling through your screen and into your bank account right now. Why can't you afford a house despite the grind? Because your villain heroes are redesigning the world. They use Machiavellian tactics to monopolize industries, and the cost is surgically transferred to you. They sell you hustle, so you'll be a cheap battery. They flaunt luxury, so you'll take out a loan to mimic it. Every time you cheer for them, you're gold-plating your own chains. It's called Proxy Identification. You feel like you're winning because they are. Reality check. They're eating the steak, you're smelling the smoke, and you're the one paying for the grill. So stop asking why we're attracted to mean billionaires. The truth is, we're seduced by that sick sense of power because we're terrified of our own insignificance. But remember this, you aren't a temporarily embarrassed billionaire. You are the necessary exhaust gas emitted during their rocket launch. Worshipping strength is instinct. Worshipping a predator who tramples the rules? That's suicide. Since the capitalists can't be trusted, what happens when an entire generation decides to quit the game?